A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Tuesday, July 25th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. The village of New Paltz is considering approval of a proposed street-level restaurant with 2 floors of hotel space above. The 12-bedroom hotel eatery would be located at 184 Main Street. The proposed restaurant use is in line with development in that zone, according to the special use permit application. It's in the vicinity of several other restaurants of similar size and will provide additional options to those living in the village of New Paltz or visiting, the plan said. The hotel will serve as a destination point for visitors and expand the walkable area of the village and will help increase the vitality of the area, the plan said. The project would also include a roof deck that will provide an extraordinary view of the Shangam Ridge, the tower, and the overview of the entire village, the document stated. The New York Landmarks Conservancy has awarded a $15,000 grant to St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Poughkeepsie to help fund a conditions survey. Completed in 1873, the church is the work of New York City architect Emlyn Littell. 2 of the altar windows came from the 1893 Columbia Exposition, and Tiffany Studios redesigned the interior in 1907. The congregation reaches 850 people outside its membership through activities such as a community transition center for recently released prisoners, Small Blessings, a thrift shop, and food pantry and a community chess program. The former treasurer of the Monroe Lakeside Fire and Rescue Company has been sentenced to state prison on his guilty plea to grand larceny for stealing over $421,000. He stole the funds from the company over a more than 18-month period. District Attorney David Hoovler says 29-year-old Ian Harrington of Monroe received a stiff prison sentence.
Because of the breach of trust, we had recommended 4 to 12 years, and he was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in state prison for the theft.
Harrington must also pay restitution. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
A 38-year-old Liberty man was arrested an hour after he allegedly stabbed 3 men and attempted to stab another at or near a restaurant on School Street in the village. The incident occurred just before 1 a.m. on Sunday, and a little over an hour later, Liberty Village police had a suspect identified as Darwin Benegas Ortiz in custody. When police arrived on the scene, they found 2 men, 42 and 20 years old, suffering from apparent lacerations and puncture wounds to the neck and abdomen. Due to a lack of available ambulance services, the victims were transported by private vehicle with a Liberty police escort to Garnett Health Medical Center Catskills in Harris, where they were both treated and later airlifted to other facilities. Within minutes, police received a report of a 3rd stabbing victim who had left School Street and was at a private home on Chestnut Street in Liberty. The 47-year-old man, who suffered a stab wound to his chest, was transported by ambulance to the hospital. Benegas Ortiz was found in a wooded area off Grand Street, and police recovered a black folding utility knife used in the assaults. A 39-year-old Town of Newburgh man was sentenced to 4 years in state prison and 3 years of post-release supervision by Orange County Court Judge Craig Stephen Brown for his guilty plea to assault. As alleged in documents filed and statements made in court in the early morning hours of July 25, 2021, Stephen Lillo and his wife argued at their home. During that domestic dispute, he shot her in the head 5 times at close range with a BB gun, causing BBs to become lodged in her head. He then pistol whipped her with a gun, causing lacerations to her forehead. The couple's 7-year-old child observed a part of the attack and called the police. Monday was the 10th anniversary of the death of State Trooper Winston Martindale, Jr., who died on July 24, 2013, from injuries and complications stemming from injuries he sustained on May 9, 2011. He was 40 years old. Martindale was injured at the scene of a plane crash in Wawayanda, while he was one of the first to respond to that incident that involved two small planes that had collided. City police in Newburgh are investigating the latest violence in that city as a man was stabbed in broad daylight Monday. The call came in that a man was bleeding in the area of South Robinson Avenue and Washington Street. Police and mobile life support services followed a trail of blood across Robinson to the pavilion by the city swimming pool. The victim was transported to Montefiore St. Louis Cornwall Hospital for treatment of his injuries. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.